right, we're live.
Is it?
Testing 1 2. Oh, testing. Yep, there it is. That's what you get for hitting live before we're ready. What is up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a live edition of Hey Mountain Echo. It's your boy Frankie. That's Jonah and Imprep Co. We've been busy.
Mm-hmm.
We've been hitting it today. We had the day got started with Mesilla Valley playing Santa Rosa, and man, that one was stressful. They were down by 20
Second
in the
quarter.
second quarter, and slowly started to pick up. I didn't even I couldn't really understand where it was that they were scoring. My respect to all the photographers out there. Um, Taking pictures, the time was just going so fast. I was posting stuff. That's a normal thing for us in Las Cruces. Always helpful to see that. And now I was kind of in the thick of it there. So, but congratulations to Mesilla Valley Christian. They will be advancing and they'll be playing Texaco tomorrow. What'd you think about that when you got to talk to the coaches and some of the players after that game?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember that we had so many games today that we. Yeah, Camden. I want to say Davies
Mm-hmm.
had 26 points, 12 rebounds, double double. But I really liked the play out of Darian Williams. He went off for 10 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and had 2 blocks and 1 steal. I thought he was an unsung hero. I thought he played really hard. There were some times when we had um, they had to get back in the game and kind of break they're kind of down by 5 or sometimes, and he would get it closer and closer, and then Cameron Navarro, right? I think that's how you say it,
Mm-hmm.
um, had that game winning shot with 7 seconds. It was really a broken play. I think Darian got a knock out of his hands, and Cameron was in the right spot, right place, at the right time, and was calm, cool, collected, and just knocked it in. Those three really showed out, and there were some even number 10. Let me see, Alakai Gomez had a couple of 3 point shots that I was really impressed by. And so their coach, said that they played Texaco earlier in the year, and they got I think blown out or something like that. But it's a new season when playoffs come.
Yeah, no, they did good. I was terrified when there was like a fumble there on the play, on
On the last one.
yeah, on the last play of the game. They're down by one, and really it was like two on three. So um, zero, was it zero, right?
Did I hit
Cameron?
it?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it was Cameron. Cameron was able to somehow pick that up and go right back up with it. About 8 seconds left, and then really just making sure you don't foul, playing some solid defense down the court. But they didn't really have any more timeouts, so that was a good finish to the game there. And then we came over here back to the Airbnb, and we made some tacos. I made some tacos,
They're good tacos.
and then we're ready to rock and roll. Head over to the pit, and we walk in, and Artesia's winning what, 43-8. That
Final score
one,
is like 79
yeah,
19, I think. Yeah, that running clock in the playoffs at the pit is wild. But Gallup, bro, like their fans,
yeah.
every time they made it, it acted like they're still in the game and chants at the end to encourage the team, which is really cool. Um, so yeah,
And I mean, it's cool for Gallup. There was clearly more fans for Gallup than there were for Artesia, and I'm not sure what how many seniors they had on their team, but it was special for them. They were putting in all their players, and everyone was on the bench was, still in the game. We're still cheering on their teammates. So respect to them, and it is what it is. It's the time of season for heartbreak. Somebody is walking off that court for the last time every single time. So,
yeah,
and then leading up to the game that we came for, really, for the team that we came for, the Las Cruces Bulldogs. They we just got back from the game, and they lost to Volcano Vista. If you This is the first time if we're breaking the news to you now, man, I'm sorry to break it to you. Those guys played their heart out. Um, there's no love for the South, man. It was frustrating to watch. There was some missed calls. That number one kid. I wish I had stats, but even media don't get love sometimes. We had to beg. They said, "Oh, we're all out." So all out. We don't have the stats. We thought we would be getting them, so I didn't keep score. But what were your first? What are you feeling right now, Jonah?
Yeah, that's something they need to fix. This is my third year here, your second year. Um, it's basically the same people that come over and over to the pit to cover the games, mostly North uh, journalists, people up here. But it'd be nice to be treated a little better, a little more hospitality. But other than that, the game, I was proud of Crucis. They should be proud of themselves. Um, yeah, like we said, we didn't take stats because we were hoping to get some from they update you pretty often in the media game, but we didn't get
Yeah,
any. So I like to play out of Jaden Brisby. He did all he could. He had the assignment of guarding David Lunn. I think Lunn finished with what 23, 26 points probably. Um, Ben Walton did all he could too. I think a couple of shots go down for him. It's a totally different game. Um, Dominic Latrell and Zayden Clark did all they could. There's just some fast guard play. I don't think they were outplayed or anything like that or outmatched. It's just that was their first time. It's all of their first times there, and sometimes you get a little shell shocked. And not saying that they were, but they were a little more timid than they usually were here in recent games. But nothing to hang your heads about. It's a good season. Like I said, we're here to support them, and we're glad that we got to
yeah.
see one of the Crucis teams here at the pit.
I thought that Coach William Benjamin did a really good job. At least gave the blueprint on how you beat Volcano Vista. He has always has his teams with multiple full court presses. Starting by the time you got into the second half of the game, they were pressing. They weren't letting those guys get down the court. Really, most of the game was played on our side of the court. The second half, and they were able to lock them up anytime that it was open break, just some really quarterbacking in the inbounds passing,
Yeah,
and Prince intercepted the ball essentially on one of the plays.
yeah. Him
uh,
Zayden did a couple
yeah,
of times. Yeah,
and I thought it was a great game. I didn't feel like we were out of it ever,
yeah.
and it was a struggle offensively. That number one, yeah, David Lund.
Hmm.
I don't know how old that kid is. He just I don't know. I don't know.
Very mature for his
I
age.
don't
So
know.
I'll say that.
But I think they played their hearts out. My heart goes out to Ben Walton and Dominic Latrell. I think those are the two.
Zayden Clark and Julian Cifuentes. I
Yeah,
think that was the four.
yeah,
Oh, and Zeke Acosta. Can't forget Zeke.
yeah, 14. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. No, they were able to, coach pulled them out with about
2 minutes.
2 minutes left in the game, and it was a nice exchange of handing off the baton there
Hmm.
for the years that are following. Um, we were able to, we saw some of the guys as y'all were walking out. Maybe you guys are watching now, and it wasn't the result that you guys wanted, but it was a good game. Played well. Talon, something happened to his wrist.
That's
Or
it.
I'm sorry, his it was like the back of his hand,
Oh,
left hand, back of his left hand. He was going for the ball, and
he like flew out of
yeah, he
bounds.
flew out of bounds. And I think though that bench that they have there for
Oh, yeah.
media and cheerleaders, I think he hurt himself there, and he shook it off. And there was a situation there under the basket where he had to hurry up and get back into the game. He almost got a steal, and then everyone kind of bunched up under the basket, and he was totally involved. He didn't make any excuses. He pushed through the injury, and then he ran off and he got some tape on his hand.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts there? There was a moment there where David Lund, number one for Volcano Vista,
Mm.
there was some blood on his shirt. What was going on there? Where all of Albuquerque stopped. Everybody and their mother stopped holding their breath. They called a timeout. They went to go get coffee just because this guy had blood on his shirt. We've seen it in the past where you keep playing. If you can't play the
Yeah, sub
game,
out.
you sub out and you keep it going. What is that a rule? Do you know if that's a rule? We should have looked it up before.
Yeah.
And we're using everything right now, so I can't pull it up. But is there a rule for that? I've never seen that happen before.
I would assume so. Um, yeah, you can't stop the game for almost 10 minutes, maybe close to 15. I bet.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what.
Oh, 15 is an exaggeration, but
Oh,
felt
really?
like 15.
Okay, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I didn't time, but I wrote in my notes. I was like questionable, and but yeah, I think it is a rule. You just got to sub out. I mean, it was a free throw. They could have easily subbed him out. Or it wasn't a free throw. It was inbounds play, but
inbounds.
miss one possession and get him back in the next possession. But instead, the refs held the game up. There's another time the sub coming out. I did the exact same thing, and we're not blaming the officials. But it was some
We're
questionable.
not.
Yeah, it was some
Yeah.
questionable stuff going on. That we were a little disappointed to see in a playoff setting at the pit. There's a lot of hand checking by Volcano Vista. Um,
Early.
yeah,
Early and often. Early and often.
and they called at the very end for one of the guys, Volcano Zero, finally fouled out, but that was like about 2 minutes left. But the hand checking that Cruces was doing, I didn't see much of going on for them, but they were getting a lot of tic tac fouls. And I thought Joseph Frisbee did really good defending.
Yeah.
He ended up fouling out, and I didn't think.
He had at least two fouls that were not.
Yeah.
There was a ball on the ground that he kind of got mixed up. Was it? I think it was Talon who was on the other side of the Volcano Vista player. It was a mix up. It was hard to see. Some of the guys are standing up or right behind the bench, but it was a loose ball, and all of a sudden they call it on him,
Mm,
and it's like everybody's on the floor. Like, how are you going to call that?
yeah.
All year I've been asking, what is a jump ball when there's a steal, when there's all these things, and all of a sudden, yeah, Joseph had his hand stuck in, like, had the ball and his hand kind of gets stuck between a body and a ball, and that's a foul. Where all season we're seeing a lot of that being called a jump ball.
Mhm.
So it was a question I was going to ask you last week. Do we have to learn? Do we need to start scouting? Maybe this is how we help the teams get better. It seems like the refs call different. They just call it differently. The game where we get used to the referees in our district, in our area, and then we go play not local, and we struggle with these random fouls that we usually don't get. Right? Um, I don't know. You think that's a factor? Just
I
like
do.
different refs
I do think that's
call a
a
different
factor.
game.
You think that would, and maybe one of the refs was from the Cruces area. I know
Yeah.
I've seen him from football at least. I think he does both sports. But they kind of get a mixed crew more, or um, I just yeah, I understand that. I agree with you that the games are called differently outside of the district, um, and maybe should be addressed. To be honest.
Yeah, I actually have the stats here. Hopefully, you can
Oh,
see
nice.
them. This is a picture that I found, and
Yeah,
so
we had to dig for this.
yeah,
So yeah, we didn't get this after whining about it. We had to look it up.
we looked it up and got it. So there's the total points for our Bulldogs here. This is my first time looking at it as well. Um,
Ben 14,
14 by
8
Ben.
and 12. Yeah, Ben really struggled at 4 of 12. Um, and I don't say struggled. I think he was defended really good. They were aggressive on him, but like I said, a lot of his shots um, were in and out. And like I said, if those go in, it's a different ball game. And
I'll
just
scoot over a little this way.
that 3 point shot too. Let's see what we were from three, 2 of 15. Yeah, see in the past games we need that to go down. And you heard Coach Ben in the huddle too, just saying kind of let's just do our thing in so many words. Um, yeah, just it was a struggle.
Yeah, it was a struggle. I kind of noticed that Coach Ben, although Joseph fell out, although it wasn't necessarily the plan, he did want his guys to be aggressive. That was the game plan, was to make sure that they stayed on him. Hence why they went full court press, and probably the most aggressive full court press we've seen all year.
Mhm.
We've seen them put up a couple of pretty hardcore presses against Centennial and Oregon Mountain. But what they did there, they were essentially trapping them almost in the corner of the opposite side of the court.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was just rotating guys in, making sure that the energy was up and they were forcing those shots. So I mean, it was a great game, or not even forcing the shots, forcing passes and
Yeah.
making those steals. I heard the crowd saying like, "He can't run, he can't run." Those guys are so conditioned. Whatever coach did to prepare those guys, uh, they could have played another half. It
Yeah.
seemed like, and they would have not let up whatsoever. So this is not a game for you. I know it's going to be a quiet ride home. Coach did tell us that they're going to be staying tonight, but hopefully you guys can enjoy it. You're the only one in the city that went to the pit and got to play at the pit. Wasn't the result that you guys wanted. Obviously, being able to at least win one, especially for those seniors, would have been nice. But um, I'm really proud of y'all. I think that's the only emotion that I have at the moment, and excited to see how Mesilla Valley performs tomorrow. They're playing another top seed, so um, we're blessed, man. It's Thursday. Last year, we were done before we even checked into the Airbnb. So,
Yeah.
and then I mean, just to close out, we had New Mexico State Aggies also playing in the second round of their conference championship, and they lost to Sam Houston, the number 2 seed. We had beat them earlier in the season, and Liberty lost.
Hmm.
And so that was an upset. That was a situation there where the 1 and 2 seed were gone, and we were even going to be looking at an even more favorable setup. We have a new coach for the women's basketball, and now conversations. I don't think that Coach Hooten needs to be anywhere else but New Mexico State. I think that he does a really good job of recruiting, but this is, it'll be a conversation
AD
for
Field.
guys at home. So
Yeah.
what do you think about the Aggies? I know the game was an hour before
Hmm.
the Bulldogs game, so we were just kind of tuning into it. I know that Anthony Versesh played a lot of minutes and had very little points. I don't know why that happened or what was going on there. I saw Jamel Jones struggling at halftime. I mean, I was with you the whole time. I don't think you watched much of it. Any thoughts as it close out the season for the Aggies?
Yeah, I did say that they would get at least one win, and I wish it was more. Um, but yeah, I mean, they fought. They lost by what, eight? It was like 69-61. Sam Houston, they played on the first game of the conference season. Totally different team. Um, it's just, yeah, it was a tough year, and it ended a tough way. And
Yeah,
I think AD feels like he said in one of his Cup of Joe podcasts with AY, that he's really going to look into um, these coaches, especially the ones that uh, weren't hired by him.
yeah,
He's going to take a deep dive into it and really see, what he worked with, what he was given. He's going to take a lot into what he does. So I don't know. We'll see if it happens. But I also want to say this about the high school teams. I see a lot of like bickering on Instagram and social media stuff with them, and I think you guys should all support each other past district. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, let's
you're so old.
yeah, let's be. I don't want to be like old, but like once we get to playoffs, like you gotta cheer
Yeah,
the other team on. Unless you're playing them, of course. Like, but like yeah, yeah, don't talk down about another. They took a lot out of Cruces to get here, and we wanted a lot of you guys to come. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that time of year. Like Frankie said, a lot of heartbreak, and it sucks seeing those kids cry. That just
yeah.
brings back memories of
You gave me a hard time because, like, for me, I looked at it at a different way. I was taking pictures, and you're like, "Bro, why are you taking pictures of these kids crying?" I didn't mean any disrespectful way.
oh
I'm,
no,
I might share, I might share those pictures with Matt for the Bulldogs, just because I know that he does a lot of work.
yeah,
I know he was there. He was kind of off to the side. State is difficult, and even more so, you can't really walk around too much there. So um, I want to share those because those are memories, man. That's the last time some of these guys will ever be on the court. And if that's the emotion that you felt, it's because you love the game, man. And
Shows you cared.
So it showed you cared.
Yeah.
I want to shout out Talon. I'll get to your point about the bickering.
Very good.
Talon Miller, he was standing up. I mean, he's a freshman, so to him it's a different perspective. But I think he showed a lot of leadership because when all the guys came out, all the starters,
Mhm.
all the regulars came out, and those guys who were on the bench, who practiced every single day, who showed up, who gave those guys solid work at practice. That's super important as well. When they were playing, Talon was up, standing up. Let's go, guys. Let's go, guys. Telling them where to stand, where to go, and still kind of keeping that intensity when the game was over. Coach pulled everybody out, and it was those like dead minutes where up until the end, number one was not going to come off that court.
Mhm.
He got the double tech by dunking it and staying on the rim too long, and he got out that way. Shady was whatever. I didn't like it, but as far as bickering back and forth, um, I mean, I've said it where district is meant for us to be competitive. You want to win district, but it's ironing, sharpening iron, right? And so whoever makes it to state, it is different up here. No disrespect, because there's a lot of schools, but to the schools that didn't make it, um, and haven't made it in a long time, and probably haven't, and the kids haven't felt that, the officiating's different out here. The feel is different. The crowd, it's just different where you just feel like it's the North against the South. And there was only two of us down here, and only one in our 5A district or 5A class, and it really was like us against them, and
That's
so
what it feels like, right?
dude,
It
that's what
is.
it is. It's us against
From the
them.
players down to us, the media,
For real,
to
it's
the
like we
fans.
don't
Yeah,
treat us bad. Who cares if you you
yeah.
know
They
if
don't
you guys
care about
continue
us.
to win? But yeah, there is like you guys are from the South. Okay, oh that's cute type of feel. That's what it feels like to me,
That's good.
and it's just like oh okay cool. Um, and it's different because at the Rio Rancho
Event center.
event center, it didn't necessarily feel like that. Everyone's like, okay, cool, because there's staff over there. Then you got, I don't know. We're probably gonna lose our badges now. That's okay. But I think it should be a us against them mentality. Continue to cheer because guess what? There's crazy cheering here, and it was just the quarterfinals for us. It would only have gotten louder. It only would have gotten more difficult. And we need to continue to create an atmosphere like that in Las Cruces, and so that whenever the time and the opportunity comes for those juniors, sophomores, and freshmen that are coming up, man, we want to run. We want to run the North, man, where they have no other choice but to watch us and respect us and to give us hospitality. They let force them. We're begging you. Let's keep on rocking, man, because it's coming. It's coming. So I'll get off the soapbox, but that's all I got to say about that.
Fish you have to still up. No,
But no,
you hit it on. Hit on.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Anything else? Let's close it out. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys for watching. Appreciate you guys for listening. Those basketball fans, that have been following us, liking our stuff, sharing our stuff, commenting. Uh, Baseball's next. Track and field is next. Powerlifting. There's all kinds of stuff happening still. And guess what? Some of these guys who played basketball, they're going to go and play another sport possibly. I know back in my time, there was a couple basketball players that would go and play baseball.
JT.
JT Romney. Yeah, JT Romney was one of them
Mhm.
where he would go and he'd finish off the basketball season and then he'd go play baseball and was great at baseball too.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
was.
so that's going to continue to happen. So for those folks who are going to continue to watch us and follow what we do, we're going to bring the same energy and effort to all those sports that we have for basketball, and we're really excited for it. And we'll be back in May for softball, baseball here in the north, and we're hoping that we can stay a little longer in the bracket and make some more noise where the North has to respect us a little bit more because at this point they have no reason to, right? So we can complain, but they have no reason to respect us. They should respect us, but sometimes we just got to go take it. Let's go take it.
Yep.
So
Keep your heads up. Keep your heads up. Good season. We'll see you guys soon. Subscribe. Support us still. We really appreciate all the love we gotten from everyone kind of, just thanking us. There's no reason to thank us, to be honest, but
yeah,
we enjoy what we do, and we really had fun this basketball season, and can't wait for the next basketball season. But there's more sports to come. Good thing about sports,
You just keep coming.
they don't stop.
As Coach Matt says, you want to get better, you want to chase your dream.
Keep working
It
it.
starts now. It starts tomorrow. Starts tomorrow.
Put those shots up.
Later, guys.